Hello, this is an informational video about NASCAR's controversial method for underfunded teams called Start and Park. Start and Park is used to underfunded teams that has low money to preserve tires and pit crew and other things that are necessary to race so they can get as much money as they can. The reason why this is good financially is because there's very little difference between last place and, say, someone who finished 35th and ran the whole race. The guy who ran 35th perhaps would have to change tires, get fuel, pay pit crew, and all that. So when you're talking about net profit, the guy who finished 43rd may have actually made more money than the guy who ran the whole race. Early instances of Start and Park was back in 1993 when Neil Bonnet drove the 31 car. What he did this is to maximize Dale Earnhardt's chance of winning. So long as he finished 34th, he would have won. He used this car just in case Earnhardt's car before the race. So Bonnet would get out of the car, put Earnhardt in. That didn't happen. Earnhardt ran his regular car. Bonnet pulled off the track after a few laps. Another instance was Jeff Purvis in 1995. He was going to do it for Jeff Gordon, who was trying to maximize his chance of winning the championship. All he had to do was finish 42nd. So just in case something happened to Jeff Purvis was going to pull off the track. Well, that wasn't necessary. Jeff won the championship after leading the lap. Jeff Purvis ended up running the whole race, finishing 34th, 8 laps down. Two of those methods aren't really talked about as controversial, but this one is. In 2004, NASCAR didn't have enough drivers for the field. Phoenix Racing, previously owned by James Finch, was going to run the race. NASCAR said, we need an extra driver, or extra car, so they did it. He ran one lap, pulled off the track with driver Joe Ruttman. He was black flagged because he did not have a pit crew. Finished last place. Did not have to use a tire, nothing. Due to the economic crisis of 2008, there has been several Start and Park teams, like Phil Parsons Racing, Jay Robinson Racing, Tommy Baldwin Racing, Nimco Motorsports, and Germain Racing. Some of these cars Start and Park one car to help fund another car, like Front Row Motorsports, like Josh Weiss did last year. Other times, they Start and Park their Sprint Cup ride to fund their nationwide, like Joe Nemechek. Other times, they would Start and Park one race to better fund bigger races, like Germain Racing. Or you just a plain Start and Park, not funding to fund anybody, like Phil Parsons. That is the only Start and Park I do not feel that is justified. All the other Start and Parks are helping funding something, except for Phil Parsons Racing. Some teams treat tracks like testing sessions since they banned testing until this year, 2013. Germain Racing, Robbie Gordon Motorsports did that all the time, and then they would run bigger races for the whole race.